Now, Tennessee Congressman and member of the House Foreign Affairs, Oversight and Transportation and Infrastructure Committees, Tim Burchett. Congressman, good morning to you. It's great to see you. Your reaction to the president saying that this is not a major breach?
Well, ma'am, thanks for having me on. I think it's it just shows where we are as a country. I think our military and apparently our executive branch are compromised. We have General Milley, for one, who under the Trump administration was negotiating with the Chinese, unbeknownst to the commander-in-chief. Now you have the same military who told us that Afghanistan was going to be fine. We're going to get out of there, and we left millions upon millions of dollars of armaments there. The same military intelligence that told us Ukraine would last 2 weeks. Ma'am, military intelligence is a whole lot like congressional ethics. I'm not sure if it exists, and we've got a real problem here. I think we've been compromised. I think this is the tip of the iceberg. For the president to say that, you know, he immediately said, "Shoot it down," if you remember, and then the military told him no, they weren't going to, and that showed a clear breach of everything we know as Americans. You know, that's why George Washington took his uniform off and put a suit on, or whatever he wore, to become president, because he knew there was a complete and absolute break between the military and the presidency. You have a civilian that's supposed to control the chain of command, and that has been completely broken by this.
Doug?
Hey, Congressman Doug Collins, good morning. One of the things that's concerning what you just brought up was really interesting, because you're seeing the compromising. It looks like the advice coming from the Pentagon, you know, at least it becoming more politicized. But then on the other side, your oversight committee is looking at China, looking at others. You now have DOJ sort of hiding behind the fact that, oh, now there's a special prosecutor. How frustrating is it right now to see a DOJ that was sort of overreacting in a previous 2 years and now sort of siding against Congress in trying to get this request?
Well, the Department of Justice is completely compromised. They have, I think, their ethics are out the window, Doug, as you well know. They've targeted conservative groups, and some of them that I belong to, churches, things like that, and parents. And now they're doing a complete 180, head in the sand kind of operation. So I believe we've got a real problem. I mean, you know, I've often said Washington's like a trash can. You don't want to pick little pieces of paper out. Man, it needs to be turned upside down and put a garden hose inside of it. We had a general tell us the other morning at the Conservative Opportunity Society that we ought to fire every 4-star we have and bring the 2 stars up. Wow. Because the 4 stars have been corrupted by the system and just the machine. And we've got a real problem in this country. With China flying a balloon over our airspace and collecting data, and I mean, and then we wait till it's completely off the coast. You know, they could have dropped that thing in Montana and had less chance of hitting somebody than it did hitting a shrimp boat out or somebody in a tie-dyed T-shirt in Myrtle Beach. I mean, get real. This thing is, the American public's not buying any of this, and they shouldn't, because I feel like our State Department, it's always been compromised, but they've sort of been, but the gloves are off. I mean, I don't know what's next.
I don't think the American public is buying it, but I do think that they put these headlines out there and they think the American people are stupid, which is definitely insulting. But I want to switch gears while I have you, because Hunter Biden's lawyers are rejecting the House Oversight Committee's request for any records related to foreign business dealings that he made and the president's brother, James Biden, made. Hunter's attorney writing this, quote, "Peddling your own inaccurate and baseless conclusions under the guise of a real investigation turns the committee into Wonderland and you into the Queen of Hearts, shouting sentence first and verdict afterwards." Congressman, where does the committee go from here? Everybody is just saying, if Hunter Biden didn't do anything wrong, why doesn't he just hand everything over and this will go away?
Well, it's very clear what Hunter Biden was doing. Clearly, in some of these tapes and things, he has stated that we're going to meet with the vice president, and the vice president was saying, "I never met with these people. We never talked about this stuff." So there's a huge problem there, another breach, ma'am, and nobody trusts what's going on. Hunter Biden's a bad actor. He is, but his father runs basically a crime syndicate, and he's the president of the United States.
If I also may ask you, you were part of the House hearing on Twitter censorship. Tell me your main takeaway, because watching some of this and seeing some of the actors from Twitter, under oath testifying essentially to what they saw, it was pretty fascinating.
Well, it was, and it kind of reminded me. I put it on my Twitter page at Tim Burchett, shameless plug. But I said, I said, it's like the bank robber walking out. He's got his gun and his money, and they arrest him, and he throws his gun and money down. So you can have your money back. We're okay, right? I mean, this is what those clowns were saying to us and the American public. Again, this shows the infiltration of the far left media and high tech. With what there's just, it's like a hand in a glove. I mean, then you bring in the FBI who was paying Twitter to silence the Hunter Biden laptop story. I mean, it's just almost too much. It's like somebody's making this up, but they're not.
They're not.
Man, this is really happening.
No one's making it up.
Not.
This is real life.
Nope.
And Elon Musk paid $44 billion to buy Twitter so that he could expose this. So that's pretty remarkable.
God bless him. God bless Elon Musk, man. He's never going to hang out with me and go to Litton's and have a hamburger here in Knoxville. But dadgum, I wished he would. I'd buy him one. Man, what a gutsy guy. And when they started attacking him, I said, wow, this guy's got it going on, man.
Yeah,
because when you're over the target, Doug will tell you, when you're over the target, that's when they fire the most.
If you get him out for a burger and a beer, invite me too. The Select Committee investigating the Biden administration's weaponization of government holding its first hearing yesterday. Here's what former FBI agent had to say about working under this White House.
It was physically taxing and emotionally jarring, but I believed I was making an impactful difference. Until things changed. The FBI's trajectory has transformed. On Bureau, the Bureau's mission had remained the same, but its priorities and governing principles shifted dramatically. The FBI became politically weaponized, starting from the top in Washington and trickling down to the field offices.
People are finally starting to have the conversations about this, Congressman. That was very powerful testimony from that former agent. Your thoughts?
Well, I have some letters in my file from J. Edgar Hoover. My grandfather wrote him, worried about things that were going on, our enemies. And now we have an FBI that has done a complete 180 and is turning on the American public. Again, our Justice Department. Washington, D.C. is a trash can, ma'am. We need to demand more from these people. FBI used to be the top investigative body in the world, and beyond reproach. Now they have fallen. They're just a political hack for the left and the Democratic Party, and it's a disgrace. They need to clean house. Those folks, they better lawyer up, because I'll tell you what, Jim Jordan, he's not letting loose, and neither is James Comer, chairman of Oversight. They're not going to turn loose. They got a hold of this thing, and they're gonna wear it out, and they should, because this is complete abuse of power. And the American public deserves much better. Conservative, all over anybody. What are we going to do if we put some conservative in charge and they start going after the left wing? That's not right either.
Yeah.
The FBI is supposed to be an investigative body, and they have become a political tool for the left.
Congressman Tim Burchett, thank you so much. Great to see you this morning.
And I'm not bitter either. Thank you.